think it was Waistcoats that got me into serious manufacturing. I used to sell a lot of morning coats, and I was a little bit disappointed in the sort of deterioration of the quality of waistcoats coming from people like Moss Bros, who used to sell beautiful stuff, and things were getting cheaper and cheaper and cheaper. And I had vintage shops. I couldn't get enough of the good quality old stuff, so I thought, hey, I know, I'll make them. And I went out to lots of different companies in Leeds, and finally finished up in Ipswich, home of Lamborn and Jaeger, who made fantastic stuff. And I was able to buy a lot of surplus materials. And a few months ago, I found some material I thought I'd lost. So I'm going to produce these again quite shortly. This is fabulous. Just needs to decide which buttons I'm going to put on this. Sometimes we use mushroom mother of pearl buttons, but I'm going to put just some nice horn buttons in the right sort of colour, maybe a dark brown or something on this. Now this is from, I think this comes from a company called Hainsworth in Leeds, who still make good quality materials. This is a very heavy doeskin. Now you can buy doeskin waistcoats these days from various people, and they're dreadful. They're flimsy, awful quality stuff. You see, the quality's got cheaper and cheaper and cheaper. And when I got started, I looked at the things that were made by people like Lamborn, and who used to be known as Phillips and Piper, and it was super quality stuff. And I quite often say, you know, my waistcoats are the best in the world. That would be a stupid thing to say if this was the 1950s, because everybody's were the best in the world. Everybody used good machinists, good skilled machinists, and good materials. So people were all turning out a good product. Now nobody has the will to turn out a good product. They just want to turn out a profitable product. I mean, you get companies like Ralph Lauren, and I mean, their suits are made out of paper. I think they must have some rule. They won't pay more than $10 for any material they buy. I see stuff from fashion companies like that. It's so flimsy. But if you buy one of these, if you buy a vintage one, buy one of mine, it lasts your whole life. Now, David Saxby waistcoats, as you know, have a continuous neckband. It's very wasteful on material. You lose quite a bit of your cloth like this. But a waistcoat should have a waistband, a neckband, and it's better if there's not a join there, because especially in a thick material like this, you'll get a little lump either side where the seams are. So this is just more comfortable, and that's what a waistcoat should look like. The back, the lining I use is 100% cotton. Can't get it in England anymore. This comes from Germany. It's used by myself and military tailors. And on the inside, this is actually a cotton and wool mix shirting cloth in a nice little tattersall. So yeah, these are in production again, and my taped edge morning coat, that'll be in production again in time for next wedding season. There's a lot of things that got left out with morning coats. They've got cheaper and cheaper and cheaper. One of the things is the seam on the back of the tails. Now I'll just go and get a morning coat to show you what I'm talking about. Now, this is a modern morning coat. Now, to be honest, morning coat's a morning coat. A good one doesn't look very different to a bad one. But there are certain things which have been left out. Now, one of the things is tails are supposed to drape and they're supposed to hang in a particular way. That's why you can't have, there's no such thing as a good lightweight morning coat. Don't care how hot it is, you wear one and you just don't run about. Now, the back of the tails, see this one here, I think this one is from Moss Bros or something like that. See, that is a join there, just a join, just a seam. What there should be is, where's mine? Here we go. What there always was a pleat here. The one that I make like this, just about a centimetre on both sides. Now this helps the drape of the tails. Also, to taste, it's not everybody's cup of tea, but I like a bias binding, silk bias binding on my morning coat. So this is what my morning coat looks like from the front. This one has a peak lapel. I quite often make them with notch lapel to taste, and we include the known as the after dinner button, so it gives you an extra inch of space there if you do the buttons up like that.